There's a moment that almost everybody knows. Your heart starts racing. Your mind begins jumping from one worst-case scenario to another. Maybe someone is yelling at you. Maybe you're under pressure at work. Maybe your life feels like it's falling apart quietly behind the scenes while you're pretending everything is okay. And in those moments, it feels like calm people are just different. Like they were born with some secret ability you don't have. But here's the truth. Most calm people are not naturally calm. They've simply trained themselves to stop letting chaos control their inner world. And nobody understood that better than Marcus Aurelius. Imagine this for a second. This was a man leading an empire during wars, betrayal, disease, political pressure, and constant uncertainty. He wasn't sitting peacefully on a mountain meditating all day. He was surrounded by pressure almost every single moment of his life. Yet his writings constantly return to one powerful idea. Your mind becomes stronger the moment you stop giving every situation permission to disturb you. And honestly, that changes everything. Because most pressure doesn't destroy us instantly. What destroys us is the panic we create around the pressure. Think about it. Two people can face the exact same situation. One completely falls apart. The other stays composed, focused, and clear. The difference usually isn't the situation, it's interpretation. Let's say you send an important message and get no reply. Immediately, your mind starts working against you. They're ignoring me. I said something wrong. This is bad. But notice what happened. Nothing actually happened yet. Your imagination started writing a disaster movie before reality even spoke. This is one of the biggest psychological traps humans fall into. We suffer more from imagined outcomes than real ones. And Marcus Aurelius understood this deeply. He believed that events themselves are often neutral. It's our judgment about them that creates emotional chaos. That doesn't mean you become emotionless. It means you stop reacting instantly to every thought your brain throws at you, because not every thought deserves your trust. That's huge. Especially today, we live in a world where everyone reacts immediately. People panic immediately, get offended immediately, explode immediately, overthink immediately. But calmness has become a kind of hidden superpower. The person who remains steady while everybody else loses control usually becomes the strongest person in the room. And here's something interesting psychologically. When humans feel pressure, the brain shifts into survival mode. Your thinking becomes narrow. Your emotions get louder. Your body prepares for danger. That's why during stressful moments, people say things they regret, make terrible decisions, or completely lose perspective. Pressure shrinks your thinking. Unless you train yourself to pause before reacting, and that pause changes everything. Not a huge pause, even 5 seconds. 5 seconds before responding to an insult, 5 seconds before panicking, 5 seconds before assuming the worst. Because emotional control is often simply delayed reaction, and this is where most people struggle. They think staying calm means suppressing emotions. No, real calmness is awareness. It's noticing your emotions without immediately obeying them. That's different. Imagine someone criticizes you publicly. Most people instantly feel attacked. Their ego jumps into defense mode. Now they're angry, emotional, and reactive. But a calmer mind asks, is this criticism true? If yes, I can learn from it. If not, why should I let it control me? See the difference? One mindset absorbs poison immediately. The other examines it first. That tiny mental shift protects your peace. And honestly, this becomes incredibly important in relationships too. Sometimes people project their stress onto you. They speak from anger, fear, insecurity, frustration. And if you absorb every emotional storm around you, your life becomes exhausting. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself that people act according to what they know, what they fear, and what controls them internally. In simple terms, a lot of people are fighting battles you cannot see. And once you understand that, you stop taking everything personally. That alone can make you dramatically calmer. Because pressure feels heavier when you think every difficult moment is a personal attack against you. But often it's just life happening. Traffic happens, failure happens, misunderstandings happen, delays happen, embarrassing moments happen. The calmer you become, the less shocked you are by reality. And strangely, that makes life easier. One of the biggest reasons people panic under pressure is because they secretly expect life to always go smoothly. So when difficulty appears, their mind screams, "This shouldn't be happening." But Marcus Aurelius believed difficulty was part of existence itself, not punishment, not unfairness, just reality. And when you stop resisting reality emotionally, you conserve enormous mental energy. Think about athletes for a second. The best athletes in the world aren't calm because the pressure disappears. The pressure is massive. Crowds, expectations, millions watching. But elite performers train themselves to focus only on what they can control in that moment. The shot, the breath, the movement, the next decision. Not the crowd, not the outcome, not the fear. That's Stoic thinking in action without people even realizing it. And honestly, this works in everyday life too. When you're overwhelmed, your mind wants to solve your entire future immediately. That's why anxiety becomes unbearable. But calm people reduce chaos by narrowing focus. What can I control right now? That question is powerful. Not next year, not every possible disaster, just now. Can you control your breathing, your next sentence, your attitude, your effort? Good, start there, because control creates calm. And another thing people rarely talk about is this. Your environment trains your nervous system. If your entire day is endless noise, stress, notifications, arguments, and comparison and overstimulation, your brain slowly becomes addicted to tension. Silence starts feeling uncomfortable. Stillness feels strange. That's why many people cannot stay calm even when nothing is wrong. Their minds have forgotten how to rest. Marcus Aurelius spent time reflecting daily, almost like mentally cleaning his mind. And honestly, we need that now more than ever. Sometimes calmness is built in silence long before the pressure arrives. Through reflection, through discipline, through slowing down occasionally. Because if you practice calmness only during emergencies, it's much harder. But if you train your mind daily, pressure affects you differently. You become harder to shake. And maybe this is the most important part of all. Staying calm under pressure does not mean you never feel fear. Even strong people feel fear. The difference is they don't surrender to it instantly. They feel the emotion, but they stay grounded enough to think clearly. That's real strength. Not loudness, not aggression, not pretending nothing affects you. Real strength is maintaining clarity while emotions are pulling at you. And honestly, that's rare today. A calm mind stands out now more than ever because calm people make better decisions. They communicate better, lead better, recover faster, think clearer, and people trust them more, not because they're perfect, but because they're stable. So the next time life puts pressure on you, remember this. You do not control every event. You do not control every opinion. You do not control every outcome. But you do control whether chaos enters your mind and takes over completely. That choice changes your entire life. And maybe that's why the teachings of Marcus Aurelius still matter thousands of years later. Because the world changes, but human emotions really don't. Pressure, fear, stress, conflict, uncertainty. People battled those things then, just like we battle them now. The goal isn't to eliminate pressure completely. The goal is to become someone who remains steady inside it. If this video connected with you, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. What's one situation where you're trying to stay calmer in your own life right now? And remember, a calm mind is not built in comfort. It's built in moments where you choose peace instead of panic.